Hey everyone. So I one thing I always get asked is what is it like living with a person who had stroke? As you all may know or may not know, my grandmom has she had five strokes in the past, and has this she has been diagnosed with something called a TIA, which is like a mini stroke here and then. So mini stroke is something that usually basically sorry which usually lasts for 24 hours, and after 24 hours a person who has stroke they go back to normal. And mini stroke don't usually affect any sort of like physical appearance, whereas stroke does. But that's again it's still possible. So my granny does get mini strokes here and then. So she had one last night, and I am not well myself, and like in general days, normal days it's fine. Like I'm kind of like used to it. Like I do know what to do, how to handle it. So it doesn't really no, it's not a challenge. But other days, like when I'm ill, like I'm mostly, you know what, I don't fall ill that easily. But when I'm ill, like yesterday, last night I was, and it was a bit hard because obviously I was weak myself. And stroke, when she has it, like apparently she would just fall, not like proper collapsing fall. She just like for example, she was trying to get up from her recliner, and she took her time getting up. She didn't even really like rush it, but then she kind of misbalanced it, and she landed on the ground. But gently though, it wasn't a really harsh one. But then that land, as soon as she landed here, she was like was unable to get up back up. So I was like trying to help her to get up. We tried all the force we can. um all the energy that I had, I tried giving. She tried using all her energies as well. We were like, probably we tried it for an hour to get her up, which was like impossible. And then I'll see her doing some 360-degree turn on the floor. She's sitting down, she's trying to get up, but then she's doing this 360 turn, and which is funny. So obviously we did have a laugh time. So we just had a great laugh that time. So I was laughing obviously because it was funny, and I didn't realize that she was having a stroke. Though I have seen it, experienced it before, but I thought that that's not. I didn't know she was having a stroke, but so I was laughing, and she was kind of like laughing at me as well because we were making joke out of it. And then we got well, there was a point we got so tired, and I almost gave up. Like, no, and you're just gonna sleep on the floor. I can't get you up. And she was like, call my son, he'll come and pick me up. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna call you. So he just went a while ago. Um, so again, we gave it a try, and then luckily, finally, eventually, she did manage to get up. Then I got her up and made her sit on another couch, and that's when I realized or noticed that her facial like is not symmetrical. Like literally, one side of her face is droopy, and the other side is like lift up. So one side is normal, and the other one is more like a facing downward. I'm like, that is a number one strokes symptom. And second thing, she'd said to me that point of time that her tongue is bent, and that was really worrying because usually she does have a problem with her tongue ever since she's been having strokes. So it was like that. She did show it to me. She was still in her sense. She was like that, and I was like, okay, I got worried. So all my laughter and everything kind of like faded away, and like in a minute, within a minute, and I was like more worried. Oh my god, do I call that ambulance? Because I know that for a fact, going to the hospital doesn't usually help. The only thing I would say, yes, they do give a pill. I know that kind of like kind of helps her to. It kind of stops the stroke from getting any worse that point of time. But everything else they given her, she's on pills anyways. But apart from that, they just gonna put her in the bed, and there's nothing else they do really. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna put the ambulance. I'm just gonna wait. Let's see if the condition gets any worse. Then yes, if not, then I'm just gonna see. Hopefully, in an hour, maybe she might get a bit. Her face might get back to normal. Um, yeah. So I just kept on like fully like observation. Like she was fully on observation. So I observed her closely. I was right next to her, all the time. And then I think she went back to everything went back to normal. And then I took her to bed upstairs. She did climb upstairs and went upstairs, so she went back to normal. So that's a quick story. So yes, answering the question, it's difficult, but sustainable. Like once you know the drill, what to do, especially if you're from a medical field, and obviously you will know the basics. However, if you feel that okay, there is a stage where you can't do much, or there's enough that you don't even know, you're confused yourself, then obviously you got to ask for help, and that is obviously medical attention. Um, but apart from that, yeah, it's not that difficult, honestly, no. And I love taking care of my granny. I'm a very caring person by nature, and elderlies. I love elderlies. Children. I love children. Um, yes, I love helping people, especially those who are not well into anything. My granny is a lovely person. She's no, otherwise she's normal at this age, but like sometimes she does get a slurry speech, and that's one thing has affected ever since she been having stroke. So I think guys, I hope you answered the question. Bye bye.